Sorry for the wait, Mr. Flores. I am ready to take you now.
Take me? Take me where?
Now, there's no need to be nervous.
Nervous? No. It's just your appearance. It's a little intimidating.
Intimidating? Me? But I'm your friend. My name's Manny Calavera. I'm your new travel agent.
I don't want a new travel agent. I want to go home.
You can't go home, Celso. You're dead. But you're not alone. Everybody here is just as dead as you. That's why we call it the land of the dead. Are you ready for your big journey?
No. What journey?
The 4-year journey of the soul. It is quite a big trip. And I can't lie to you, Celso. It could be very, very dangerous. Unless you were to take that money you were buried with and buy a better travel package from us. I mean, wouldn't you rather cross the land of the dead in your own sports car? Maybe try a luxury ocean cruise? Or, if you led a very good life, you may even be eligible for a ticket on the number 9 itself.
The number 9?
That's our top-of-the-line express train. It shoots straight to the 9th underworld, the land of eternal rest, in 4 minutes instead of 4 years. But very few people qualify. Let's take a look at your records. Well, the bad news is the train appears to be just out of your reach, but I still got a couple of tricks up my sleeve here. Yaha! Yes, that's the ticket. The Excelsior line. Yes, she's a beauty. That compass and the handle will sure come in handy, too. Oh, you're going to have a great trip. Wish I was going.
Why don't you? You could give me a lift.
Oh, I can't leave here until I've worked off a little debt to the powers that be.
Community service, eh? Well, I guess there are some folks worse off than me.
Oh, I'll be leaving here soon enough. No thanks to dead-end, no-commission, low-life cases like yours, Menso.
Hey, Manny. The boss told me to tell you not to leave early tonight. He wants to talk to you about something when he gets back from his trip.
Tell Don not to worry. I'm not going anywhere. Especially not with clients like that. Where do they get these guys? They don't qualify for anything good, so I can't sell anything good. Can't work off my time, and I'm stuck. Stuck selling walking sticks to a bunch of burros for eternity. I need better clients. I need a real saint. I need a lead on a rich, dead saint. ¿Qué es esto?
Hello, this is Grim Fandango. I first played this game in 2017, shortly after this remastered version came out, but this game is originally from 1998. You might be able to tell from just the general look of it. It's an entry in the genre called adventure games, kind of like a point-and-click adventure game. So if you're familiar with something like King's Quest or Freddy Fish or Putt Putt Saves the Zoo, those things from Humongous Entertainment, it's pretty similar in gameplay to a lot of those, but definitely with a more of an adult feel to it. Let's go ahead and see what this is about. Click on it. I have a few different ways to interact with it. Try this one.
Looks like I got a message.
Okay, so it looks like this option is to look at it, and Manny will tell us something about it. Let's see if I can interact with it.
It's some sort of special work order.
To all agents from Office Manager Don Copel.
All right, you boneheads, thank your lucky stars and get to your friggin' cars! We have a mass poisoning on our hands! Too many dead to assign specific cases, so all clients are first come, first serve! So let's see some hustle out there!
Whatever you say, Jefe.
Sounds like we gotta get to that poisoning so we can get some clients to sell them travel packages. But before we do, I'm gonna click around my office a little bit and see if there's anything here that's interesting or helpful.
Ah, the old files, the old clients, the glory days when people died with dignity and Domino Hurley didn't exist. I don't want to reread the old files. It'll just make me sad. It's a deck of cards. Better take these cards. It looks like a long day of solitaire for me.
Got a new icon here. Oh, so that did something for me. Oh, I took a card out of the pack. And looks like I put it away in my jacket. So a lot of the gameplay in a point-and-click adventure game like this is to go around the world, click on everything that you're allowed to, pick up anything that you're allowed to, and add it to your inventory. And whenever we're stuck in some kind of jam or up against some kind of puzzle, usually I'm going to go through my inventory to see if anything I picked up along the way is helpful to me.
My scythe. I like to keep it next to where my heart used to be. It's some sort of special work order.
So that's telling us about the mass poisoning.
This deck of cards is a little frayed around the edges. Then again, so am I. And I've got fewer suits.
Love that line.
I keep meaning to mark these cards.
Okay. I don't think any of those things are super helpful for us right now.
My boss is always giving me these motivational sales books. They bought the farm, now sell them the cows. Stuff like that.
I can tell I can't pick this up because it doesn't have the cell shading on it, so won't waste our time. Our computer over here.
My computer gives me instant access to our database of deadbeats. Here's Celso's file. That walking stick was too good for him.
Alright, nothing new to learn there, it seems like. So let's get after that poisoning. That's a great reminder. I'll actually go ahead and save now. It's a much more prevalent aspect of games these days to have auto-saving, where you don't have to do this manually. Of course, back when this game was originally released, all games had just manual saving. So I appreciate that. I'm sure that's with the remastered version that they've added that little pop-up we just saw telling us to save, because back in 1998, you would have been like, yeah, of course, I have to save every once in a while. But these days, especially if you're newer to gaming, like a younger generation, you might be surprised or taken aback by that. So I appreciate that. Wake up. So we're in the land of the dead, and you might be able to tell this is very much inspired by like the Mexican Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos aesthetic. There's a lot of kind of Aztec or Mayan iconography going on here, but it's also got this 1930s Art Deco noir style. Here we are in our suit, smoking our cigarette. There's a secretary typing down the corridor here. Let's go see what's going on.
It's my boss's secretary, Ava.
It's my boss's whipping boy, Manny.
Buenos dias.
Manny, why aren't you at the poisoning?
I feel like the work order just explained to us what the poisoning is, but let's ask anyway.
What poisoning?
The Code 3 gazpacho poisoning that everybody's at but you. Why do I send out memos if nobody reads them?
We didn't know it was a gazpacho poisoning, so that's new information. Yeah, where is that happening?
Where was the poisoning again?
Just ask your driver, for crying out loud. He'll know.
Ooh, I have a driver. This is just messing with her at this point.
I forget. Am I supposed to be somewhere right now?
Manny, do I have to explain your job to you again?
No, but I like to hear your description of it, just for kicks.
Well, the Manuel Calavera that I know picks up people in the land of the living,
Dead people?
preferably, and he brings them here and tries valiantly to sell them the best travel package they qualify for. If he sells them enough premium packages, our hero will be free to leave the land of the dead. Until then, he and I are stuck here, having the same conversation over and over again for eternity.
So I'm sure some of that dialogue was actually just in case I spent enough time wandering around that I actually did forget what I was supposed to be doing. But it's also kind of a nice summary of and a restatement of what this situation is and what our role is within it. Well, but enough about me.
Well, enough about me. What's your job like?
Like babysitting, except I don't get to watch TV.
What if we just skip town tonight? You and me, baby.
Well, thanks for the offer, but we'd never make it out of the city alive.
But
In one piece, I mean.
I bet I could get you out if I really tried.
Oh, Manny, look at you. You're a trapped soul and you don't even know it.
Why do some clients qualify for better travel packages?
They led good lives.
¿Qué traes? How do you define a good life?
Better than yours and mine.
I would have sworn that Manny said something to our last client, Celso, like, oh, we're using the money you were buried with for this. But that kind of seems in contrast with what she just said, that it's based on how good a person you were. It might still make sense, though, for Manny to tell Celso a lie, especially anticipating that maybe Celso wasn't the greatest person. Maybe you're just not ready to hit him with that quite yet, and let him know that's why he doesn't qualify for anything good.
So what did you do in life to get stuck here?
What I did back in the fat days is none of your business. You know the rules.
I love them referring to your life as the fat days. These are, I guess, the skinny days. Okay. I don't think we need to ask more questions about our job or what we should be doing.
Any messages for me?
Besides the one about the poisoning?
Yeah.
I only have one other message for you, Manny. I'm not your secretary. I don't take your messages. So get it through your thick skull and stop forwarding your phone to me.
All right. But that sounded more like 4 messages to me. In my heart, though, you're still my secretary.
Manny, what are you talking about? I was never your secretary, even when you were on top. I got one boss, same as you, Don Copel.
We used to be on top. Interesting.
Come on, I know you work for another man besides Don.
What are you talking about?
I know you take memos for Hurley sometimes.
Ah, Manny, just beat it, will ya?
It's interesting. She seemed to think we were going to say something else.
Busy as ever, I see.
I'd have more work to do if you had more clients.
Ouch.
Alright. I'm not going to ask where everybody is, because I really should know at this point.
Well, I gotta go hit the bricks.
Okay, you show those bricks a lesson.
So, I have played this game before. It's been several years now. There's some things I remember better than others, so sometimes to shortcut stuff, I'll just kind of go ahead and go in the right direction the first time. I think it's kind of intended that a lot of times you explore around and do trial and error on various things in order to find the way forward. That's generally how a lot of these puzzles, I use that with finger quotes, tend to go in this game, because often the actual solutions, what you're supposed to do, is not something a reasonable person would predict. Whoa! Ooh, that person's sped off. Where are they going?
Can't go through on foot. People have tried, but they never came back.
For the most part, I'm single-clicking on things to walk to them, double-clicking to run.
There are lights for wash, rinse, wax, and land of the living, depending on your destination.
So this is a car wash that functions as a portal between life and death. Got it.
Here's what I need. Wheels. Ooh, I might get hurt if I try to get one down by myself.
So it seems like we have 3 interact options. One of them is to pick it up, one of them is to kind of like poke it, interact with it, and one is to, did I say this was pick it up? This is to look at it and have something told to you about it, kind of explaining what it is. And this would be to pick it up and actually take it with you, which obviously isn't going to work for, honestly, a lot of things, I think. Okay. So I can't actually double-click on things to run to them, which is a little annoying. So I'll double-click next to it to run there, and then single-click on it.
It's a tool cabinet.
Yeah.
It's locked.
Hey, who's messing with my stuff? Oh, sorry, sir. I didn't expect... Sales agents usually don't come over to this part of the garage.
Well, let's introduce ourselves.
I'm Calavera. Manny Calavera.
My name's Gladys. I don't get many visitors. Hey, I got a message for a Mr. Calavera. Your driver said that Mr. Hurley said that he could have the rest of the day off.
Domino sent my driver home?
Yeah, wasn't that nice?
Okay, so Domino, I think, is a rival coworker of ours, and I'm guessing that's who peeled out of here in his car. So he's probably going to beat us to this poisoning and maybe get a better client than we're going to end up with. So, not really sure why we can't drive ourselves. So I guess we need a new driver.
Looks like I need a new driver.
Oh, I would agree with that. Yes, you do.
Let's take the scenic route over to this.
Glottis? Glottis? Is that a German name?
Oh no, my roots lie not in any earthly nation's soil. I am an elemental spirit summoned up from the land of the dead itself and given one purpose, one skill, one desire. To drive! Or to change oil and adjust timing belts if no driving jobs are open.
This is kind of a form of comedy that I feel like was very prevalent in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s. Like taking a very fantastical setting and injecting a lot of mundane bureaucracy. So, like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Terry Pratchett, and this, like all of the Discworld novels written by Terry Pratchett are very much like, here's a very magical place where you'd expect it to have all the high fantasy trappings, or, you know, this is the land of the dead, you know, what might you expect of the afterlife? Well, there are these elemental spirits there that function to uphold the firmament of it, and they're driven by an inborn passion, and yeah, they drive cars, and they service them. Let's compliment his little home that he squeezed his big butt out of.
Nice hut.
Yeah, I wonder how nice it would seem to you if you were trapped in it all day like me.
Oh, that's a good point. You unhappy here?
If you hate your job, why don't you quit?
It's not just a job. It's what I was created to do. If I get any farther away from cars than this, I'll get sick and die. It's like I'm not happy unless I'm breathing in the thick, black, nauseating fumes.
Can't imagine.
You a driver?
Hey, you a driver?
Me? Ha! No. I don't ride them. Just wrench them.
But would you drive?
You want to be my replacement driver?
Me? Oh, no. Sorry. Can't. Rules.
Come on, Glottis. I need you to be my driver.
No, I can't. I'm too big.
You're not too big. The cars are just too small.
Yeah, those dang compact cars. Hey, that gives me an idea. I could alter your car just a bit with just a quick torch job to let out the seams, you know? I'm not allowed to modify the cars without a work order from upstairs. I could lose my job.
A work order, huh?
Yeah. I can't torch anything bigger than a cigarette without one of these signed by the boss himself.
Hey, that's my line. Getting people to sign. Back in a snap.
Yeah, too small. I'm not too big. Everything around here is just too small.
Alright, well, we've got a little bit of a mission here.
I've got to get this work order signed.
Exactly. In order to race our colleague to the poisoning, which he's already left for in a fast car, we have to get our boss to sign a work order allowing our car to be custom modified so Glottis can fit inside of it so that he can drive us, because we can't drive ourselves, into the land of the living to get to the mass gazpacho poisoning so we can try to get a good client. Pretty simple stuff.
It's a hole punch. Mind if I use your hole punch?
Knock yourself out.
Thanks.
gets the aggressions out, doesn't it?
I remember we had a hole punch like this when I was a kid, and it was unbelievably satisfying. Can you help me out, Ava? I have a work order I need signed.
Eva, I really need the boss to sign this work order.
I'll give it a shot. Mr. Copel, I've got Manny Calavera out here to see you.
Didn't I say no interruptions today?
Sorry, Cal. Maybe tomorrow.
That's too late.
Oh yeah, like you're going anywhere.
Oh, rough stuff, Ava. Do you have nails? What are you filing? We've talked about all this stuff already. Can we try this again?
Eva, I really need the boss to sign this work order.
I'll give it a shot. Mr. Copel, I've got Manny Calavera out here to see you.
Didn't I say no interruptions today?
Sorry, Cal.
So yeah, just gonna have the same exchange every time. Okay. Well, that seems hopeless then. Well, the solution in this game is always going to be to just go and explore absolutely everywhere we can until some kind of solution presents itself. So that's what we're going to do.
Big Mr. Bossman doesn't want to be disturbed today.
Just kick down the door, Manny.
Domino's door is locked. Probably scared I'll steal one of his files. Not a bad idea, actually.
Alright, so this is our office on the end. Then this one with the kind of nice door is Domino Hurley's office. And the one at the end is our boss, Don Gopal's office. Something you'll notice about this game is that it has these fixed camera perspectives. It kind of became a more common thing later on, or like it was kind of just starting to be a thing at this point in time, that you would have a camera that actually followed the character everywhere. I think this was easier to do technically early on. So you'll see a lot of 90s games with this kind of thing where the camera will switch perspectives when you move from place to place, but it's always a fixed kind of thing, as if you're looking at everything through CCTV or something like that. Alright, we just opened our door from the inside, but we never closed it on our way in. That's a little weird. Alright, we have areas we haven't checked out yet. Our garage is down this elevator, so it's over here. Another elevator. This has got much more of like first floor, entryway, lobby vibes. Yep.
Let's see. Where am I on this? Don Copal, Domino Hurley, Junior Sales Associates. That better not be me.
Just gonna save here really quick. Try to save whenever I think of it. What else we got here?
It's locked. There she is, the number 9. One of these days, I'm gonna ride her right on out of here.
And here's another rendition of up here. And I guess a sports car next to it. So, yeah, that was a detail dropped in the opening cutscene that we can ponder on a little more. I think he said a 4-year journey of the soul across the land of the dead. To where?
Ah, the old head of the department. Way before my time. I heard he was a total slave driver.
Yeah.
Not that I have a choice, but I wonder if I'd be happier working on a ship. Then again, I'm so competitive, I wouldn't be able to relax until I was captain.
Here we have a relief of the ship and like an airship.
Now this guy, I don't know who this guy is. I think he just paid for the lobby renovation. It's locked.
Alright. There's another door over here. Where does this go? Outside. Something I recall about this, there are a lot of animations in this game where when he's looking at something, he has to be standing in a particular spot. So I have to run kind of down here, and then click on this, because once I click on it, he's going to slowly walk to wherever he needs to be for that animation to work.
I remember the year they built that. Mostly because it cost so much, we didn't get bonuses that year. Tacaños.
Yeah, so like the other alternative would have been that I was up here somewhere, and then click on this, and he has to walk all the way over here.
I remember the year they built that.
For saying his dialogue. And I am able to interrupt that dialogue, thankfully. Click on this parking meter.
No parking. Klein car pickup only.
What's this sign?
No parking. Klein car pickup only.
So it looks like sometimes our buttons do the exact same thing. Do all three do the same thing here?
It's bolted down.
So I can't pick it up and take it with me. Okay.
Oh, I sold so many car travel packages when I was first starting out. When did I lose my edge?
Pick this up.
I left my tow truck back in my other suit.
Good one, Manny. It's over here. Oh. Nope. 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 Don't.
I'm not walking on the free. The petrified forest Rubalcaba. Not really that far away, but to me they might as well be on the other side of the world. I shouldn't even be standing here.
Yeah, and no one told you to walk in the road, Manny.
I'm not walking on the freeway.
Yeah,
I shouldn't even be standing here.
Well said. All right. Oh, look, it's a celebration. A Day of the Dead celebration. Oh, look at this wonderful guy.
Looks like some sort of crafty mime. Hey, what's going down, clown?
Hey, back off, suit. I'm practicing.
Practicing what?
Wringing your neck. What does it look like?
Oh, he's extremely angry. Well, can we just go past to get to the parade?
Can I walk through your tent? I want to see the parade.
Well, walk through someone else's tent, all right? Do I look like a turnstile to you?
Some festival, huh?
Yeah, pretty busy. My carpal tunnel syndrome's really acting up.
But you don't have any tendons.
Yeah, well, you don't have a tongue, but that doesn't seem to shut you up now, does it?
That's an excellent point.
Could you teach me how to do that?
Well, since you're a beginner, why don't you practice the first step?
Which is?
Blow.
Bang!
Ah, popped another one. Lousy, bony fingers.
I do imagine that would be really difficult if, in your condition.
Twist me up one of them, huh, fella?
Yeah. Twist this, all right?
Very clever.
Bet you can't do a cat.
Shows what you know, buddy. I can do anything. I can do birds, amphibians, famous poets. Go ahead. Name one.
Robert Frost.
Trying to stump me, eh? Ta-da!
You know, I can see it. It's his head. That's his pipe. This guy might be kind of a dick, but he's a once-in-a-century talent. Bravo. Yep, I wanted to... Okay, we just wiggled the balloon. That's great. Anything else to do with you? Do we want another balloon animal? I don't think so.
I have to go. That sound makes me want to kill somebody.
You too?
Why are you doing this job, bud? What's up with this?
Those crates are completely blocking the sidewalk. What if there were a fire?
Why did we have to leave the frame completely to have that thought?
I don't need the hernia.
I bet that he will automatically walk a certain distance from the object and then turn to face it directly. I bet that's why he's off camera right now. And I bet that's why he walked into the road earlier to look at the sign. Because I let him stand directly in front of it.
The bread of the dead. Since I really didn't get to celebrate the festival this year, I think I'm entitled to a little pan de muertos.
Ooh, pan de muertos. Alright, well,
I
excellent.
get crumbs all over.
this is great. This is exactly how Jean Valjean got his start, so great feeling about this. Oh, we ran into the light post. Okay. Oh.
I don't like the way that eye is looking at me. Hello?
Alright. What,
It looks like a rope, but it's really just a bunch of cheap ties tied together.
That's a lot of ties. And we're climbing. Woo! Alright. Let's not spend any more time up here than we have to. What? Oh. This office is kind of a mess.
Memo from the desk of Don Copal. Hey! Work orders are assigned by my office and are not exchangeable among salesmen. Swapping, selling, and specially stealing work orders will result in severe disciplinary action.
The first work order we had, we actually heard it in Don Copal's voice, even though Manny was just reading it to himself. I much prefer hearing Manny's impression of other people, but I can understand why, for the very first run of the game, they didn't want to do that. I would not smoke in here, Manny. There's a lot of loose paper.
This place is a mess. I would love to search Don's office right now, but I'm late for the poisoning.
Yeah, I mean, we can tell just from the door that this is our boss's office.
Just thinking about Don's file system gives me a cold chill. I would love to search Don's office right now, but I'm late for the poisoning.
Yeah, I mean, I think our ship has sailed on the poisoning here, Manny. I wouldn't be overly concerned about that at this point. Okay, I have to be on that side of the desk to
All
click on it.
employees of the Department of Death Bureau of Acquisitions, employees who have made their sales quotas are invited to take the Day of the Dead as a holiday, as long as they make up the time lost on the following weekend. Idiota.
That's not how holidays work. I'm beginning to think maybe we're not in a great environment here.
This place is a mess.
Let's go through the trash.
I would love to search Don's office right now,
Me
but
too.
I'm late for the poisoning.
Dios mío. Can we at least hack the mainframe?
It looks like Don's rigged his computer to automatically answer his intercom.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because he's not here. But this is what he said earlier. So she wasn't actually talking to him. She was just talking to a voicemail that he left. He's doing some Ferris Bueller shit somewhere. That's why he's made a whole row of ties to sneak away. Because even though he's the boss, I guess he has to do that. So we could select something else. Not now, Ava. I'll have to wait. I'm in the middle of a important meeting. Whatever it is, I'll have to wait. These two are kind of redundant. Cripes, Ava. Just sign it yourself, will ya? I'm busy. Ava, please, I need a little time alone. Tell them the checks aren't here yet. This is too specific. This is not gonna cover your bases, my guy. I'm on. See, this is much better. This is much more vague. If you buzz me again, I swear I'll jump out this window. That's one you would really need to follow up on. You know, if she buzzes you again and you say that again, she knows you're full of shit. It would make my day if each of these had, like, unique dialogue associated with them. Like, I would love for us to be able to razz him after hearing this come over the intercom, but let's go ahead and skip to the one that
I'll
was...
just change his auto-response here.
Cripes, Ava, just sign it yourself, will you? I'm busy!
That one's obviously going to be helpful for us. Alright. Doesn't feel like there's anything else to do here. So let's sneak out again before he comes back. Not that I think that's actually something that might happen. I think we can kind of assume time is frozen until we accomplish something. We got window, window, window. These are just his windows again.
Looks like the boss has gone fishing.
Is he gonna say the exact same thing if I come here?
Looks like the boss has gone fishing.
Sure.
Aha. There's nobody in Domino's office. Domino locks his window. Fear of pigeons, probably.
I think these skeletal pigeons are pretty cute. As long as we're asking questions about how stuff works. They have no feathers, and they're flying around just fine. I guess I don't really have a question about that. So this is something I kind of half remember, taking me a long time to figure out last time. So we should be careful about noticing where interaction lines begin and end. So this is one thing to interact with. And this is another one.
It's the loose end of the rope made of ties. It's pretty long, though.
Like, how many ties did this take? I want to get somebody to do the math on this. Okay. Can we put this in our jacket? No. I mean, it's attached, so that makes sense. So I can pick it up. Oh, and put it down. Okay. Can I throw it? Over here? Ooh. No. Or rather, maybe I need something on the end of this, like a grappling hook or something. Well, I'll leave it here for now. I don't think we have anything that we could use as a grappling hook right now. Small pieces of paper. Robert Frost, which, even though he's got all these angles on him, I don't think this is a load-bearing poet. Yeah. Let's try it.
I don't want to mess up my blade.
Yeah, that makes sense. Alright. I mean, it doesn't make sense that doing this would mess up his blade, but it makes sense that that wouldn't be helpful for us here. Well, maybe come back here again and try that later. Excellent shot of Minnie's butt. Alright, we have switched the voicemail on our boss's intercom, so we should be able to bamboozle Ava.
Eva, I really need the boss to sign this work order.
I'll give it a shot. Mr. Copel, Mr. Calavera has something out here that he says he needs your signature on.
Ah, cripes, Ava, just sign it yourself, will you? I'm busy.
You'll have to excuse him, Manny. It's probably a really hard crossword puzzle he's got in there today.
Eva, I'm impressed. I had no idea you had this kind of power.
Well, we all have our secrets.
Hey, I look good in this, don't I?
Yeah, well, they say black is slimming.
I'm driving, yeah! I'm driving!
Por favor. I could have walked faster than this. Híjole, I'm gonna miss the poisoning.
Oh.
Domino. Ew, the living still give me the creeps.
What an idea that, having passed beyond the veil into the land of the dead, returning to the land of the living would be such an unsettling experience. You would see it from such a twisted perspective.
Look at these poor saps. It's the fear of death that makes monsters of us all. Smiles as bright and wide as the blade on my scythe. Boom. Soon I'll be coming for them. Scaring the living is technically against the rules, but we all do it.
That's horrific.
I have to say, this food looks pretty good.
That actually does have me.
I can't reap hamburger. Cows are a whole other bureau, not to mention the lettuce.
Somewhere there's a parallel game happening exactly like this, except there's a cow skeleton. And I guess somewhere else there's another parallel experience, but it's a lettuce skeleton.
Truth be told, I'd rather be setting this milkshake soul free.
Can we take it with us?
Can't reap the milkshake. Can only smell it.
That's rough. Can smell it, though. Alright. So, clearly this is the thing we're meant to interact with, but it's just so horrible that I'm putting it off as long as possible. I do think we're out of other things to interact with, though, so here we go.
Bound only by the paper-thin wrapper of mortality, a soul here lies, struggling to be free, and so it shall, thanks to a bowl of bad gazpacho and a man named Calavera. I can't use my bare hands. I'm a professional.
Nice bathrobe.
But we offer several travel package upgrades if you'd care to.
Cut the yap. I want something cheap where I can get some rest. Now that's it.
Ay, ay, ay.
You know, Manny, I could make this car a little faster if you wanted.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh yeah, slam the front into the weeds, tub the rear end, dual blowers popping out of the hood.
You'll get plenty of rest this way, Mr. Martinez, and you'll be safely padded by the foam created when these two chemicals mix, like this.
On second thought, I want to upgrade my package.
Sorry, Bruno, but you didn't qualify for anything better. But here, have this complimentary mug.
No, wait. Can't you find me something where I can move my legs?
You know I'd like to, Bruno, but my boss is a real hard-ass.
I gotta be a hard ass when I got lazy sickle wavers like this jolly boy working for me. Manny, you couldn't find a sale at a yacht club.
I got a sale right here.
I'm talking premium sales, Calavera. Like the kind Domino makes.
How am I supposed to make premium sales with the scumbag clients you're sending me?
Hey! Now you're blaming the clients? I've had it with you, Manny. If you haven't bagged a premium before the next sales report comes in, you're out! Out on the street. No job. No way to work off your time. Just your fancy suit and your big smile and a whole lot of time to kill.
Who you calling a scumbag? Why, I oughta...
I'm sick of waiting around for a good lead. Like it's gonna fly in here tied to a brick. It's time to take one.
Alright, so that poisoning didn't go the way we hoped, but I guess we have a new objective, which is to find a better kind of lead, a better client. I'm going to use this opportunity to save again while I'm thinking of it, and it seems like a good place to take a break. So, thanks for joining. See you next time.